started your winning streak again. What are you taking away from that first meeting now that you have them here at home?
Honestly, we're not going to take away anything. We won't play the way that we played the very first time, the way we've been playing lately.
Guys, just looking, coming off of this, winning streak on the road and, sitting at a 5 winning streak now, how important is it for you for these next 2 home games, to have, fan base here so you guys can, try to extend that streak?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, the fans always help. But really, we're just focused on what we can do, what we can control. I think that's one of the biggest things, especially being on the road for those last couple games, just doing what we can control. And I think we did a really good job of that. We hardly turned the ball over. We got good shots on offense. And, we locked in on the defensive end, and it definitely showed on those last couple wins.
This is a question for either of you. I mean, you guys won a 5-game losing streak and a 5-game winning streak. Did your guys' mindset or mentality change at all during that 10-game stretch?
Nah, man, we knew what we could do. We always believed from the beginning of the season. We knew this was a special group. And, we got knocked down a couple times, but, as Coach said, we got back up. I think that was the biggest thing, just a fighter's mentality to not quit and just to get back and do what we could do, and I think it showed.
Yeah, touching on what Brett was saying about the winning streak, how much does it help that you guys were playing so many games? I mean, you make up this game against the Miss, and you have a bunch of games in this short stretch.
Honestly, it was kind of challenging, but we told ourselves, after these 5-game losing streak, we can't lose no more. We got to keep going no matter how tired we are. We got to keep going and keep pushing. And that's exactly what we did.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Being on a long road trip, mileage-wise, in a short amount of time, how do you all feel right now? How do your bodies feel heading into tomorrow?
We got a good off day yesterday. We got to rest a little bit, and I'm sure practice won't be too challenging today just because, Coach is looking out for us. Even on the road, we got in some good stretching, some good light yoga, some stuff just to get up and move around, just to feel good. And our staff does a really good job about that. And they look out for us. They make sure we're all right before we go full speed.
When you got hurt in that ODU game, I think everybody thought it might be the worst. But you come back, you looked good, played good. I guess, how are you feeling these last few games?
I feel good. I haven't had any issues since then, thankfully. There was one little hiccup here against FAU, I think it was. But really, it was just a big mental thing because I've torn it before. So, when it popped or when my bones, bang, I thought the same thing of it. So, I was pretty worried at first, but, thankfully, God was looking out for me, and we got that MRI the next day, and thankfully nothing too bad.
Everybody talks about the shooter's mentality, keep shooting, and you got to knock them down. You and Cam, especially, the whole team really, but you and Cam especially have been knocking down threes at a high clip these last few games during this winning streak. I guess, how does it feel kind of throwing the ball in the ocean at this point?
Yeah, growing up, my dad always told me, shoot when you're hot and shoot to get hot, so you don't make any shots unless you take them. And I know Cam's really confident in his jump shot. We've been working since we really started touching the ball. Just growing up, it's really muscle memory at this point, and thankfully they're just going in.
These 2 teams coming in, when you all face them on the road, you won fairly easily against them. So, do you expect them to come in, with revenge on their minds, looking off to get hot like you want to get?
It's the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. That's always our mindset. Doesn't matter who we're playing. It's us against us. We just got to do what we can do, do what we know how to do, and come out with that same energy that we have been.
Yeah, guys, just looking, at this past stretch of play, looks like the defense has been doing, just a lot better. Looking at some of those losses, really close ones. But, can you kind of talk about, how much you guys have been improving defense in practice and, how important that's going to be, going forward?
Honestly, it's going to be really, really important because that's where our offense starts. It starts on defense. So the more we work on defense, the less we have to work on offense because our offense is already going to come through together because we're one I'm sorry.
You're good.
It's going to come together because we're all playing as one team to get you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we play better in transition anyways. I think when we play fast, we play a lot better. And like you said, it starts on the defensive end. So you get stops, you get easy buckets. It just grows that confidence, grows the lead. And I think that's when we play the best.
Heading into that Charlotte game last time, it sounded like you guys wanted to play small, and you had to do that you know, most of the second half after Jamar picked up his 4th foul, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the game plan going into this one again, or I guess how do you see things playing out?
I'm sure it'll be a little bit of the same thing. I mean, we'll start the scout today, do what we got to do, get the game plan ready. But, you know, we really haven't thought anything of it too much yet.
Anything else, please?